Thank you. Hey, Backfit community. Welcome to Mindfit Monday. I'm so happy to be here with you. I really, truly, deeply am missing our community right now. And so I'm grateful to have this platform as a way to continue to connect with all of you. Just a couple things I want to say before we really get into the Mindfit topic today. If you do have questions about treatments, questions about your home care, if there's anything you're struggling with your symptoms or condition, please remember you can reach out to us through email anytime. Please do not hesitate to email your doctor. We are checking our emails regularly. One thing I want to remind all of you about as well, you know how much I love meditation, and there is currently a free 21-day meditation being offered by Oprah and Deepak Chopra. It is called Hope in Uncertain Times, and it's a fantastic meditation, so I'd highly recommend, if you enjoy meditation, to sign up for that. I can include the link in the comments below when we're done here. The last thing is that we promised you a draw winner. Dr. Bartlett drew the winner and has passed the name on to me, and so I am going to announce that at the end of this session. So you've got to stay with me for the whole session to find out who the winner of our $100 Thrifties gift card is. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I have experienced a lot of ups and downs over the last couple of weeks. And so rather than really get into Mindfit strategies and tools today, I just really wanted to have a real and honest conversation about some of the things that have been on my mind and in my heart. And I hope that some of these things resonate with you. These are really lessons that I've been learning over the last couple of weeks that I wanted to share. The first thing is really about a different way to look at crisis. And we certainly have heard the situation that we're in right now referred to as a global crisis, as the COVID-19 crisis. And I felt myself naturally having this aversion to the word crisis. It's like I hear that word crisis and I can immediately feel my stress response kicking in. But one day last week, I think when I was out for a run, that's usually where I think the most clearly, I remembered this book that I had read a few years ago. And when I got home, I had to go and dig up this book. And I did go dig it up. It's a book called Love Warrior, written by Glennon Doyle. And this book is a memoir. And in this book, she shares about a personal crisis that she's going through. And the perspective that she gives to the experience of going through a crisis, I thought was really profound. And so I had to go back and read through that section again. And I wanted to share it with you. So this is the way that Glennon explains crisis. The root word of crisis actually means to sift. And so like a child who's sifting through sand on the beach, looking for treasure, when we're in crisis, in the same way, it's like we are sifting through the fabric of our lives. We're sifting through to really find what's meaningful and necessary in our lives, and letting things fall away, letting those things fall away that are not necessary anymore or that aren't serving us well. And my goal right now, what I'm working on, is to really have that kind of childlike curiosity through this crisis, to really approach my life looking for what is really important, letting other things fall away, and finding that we're left with what really truly gives our lives meaning and purpose. The second thing that I wanted to share with you is how I am learning to feel it all. So if you're anything like me, my emotions have been pretty erratic over the last couple of weeks. Just ask my husband. I think I've gone from feeling stress and anxiety to moments of joy and contentment to feeling sadness and even anger. And I was reminded of a podcast that I listened to recently where Oprah was interviewing Elizabeth Gilbert, who's the author of Eat, Pray, Love. And I've been thinking a lot about that podcast because in this interview, Elizabeth Gilbert is talking to Oprah about the extreme emotions she's gone through in losing her partner, the death of her partner, and talking about the journey from the joy of truly deeply loving someone to the profound sadness and pain of dealing with loss. And this is what she said that really struck me and made me say, yes, I really want to embrace that. She said, I am here to live a life fully, all of it. So I will take it. I don't want to miss the experience. I want to show up for the whole ride. And I think this is so applicable to what we're experiencing right now. These are truly unprecedented and uncertain times. And everyone is really affected in a myriad of different ways. You know, whether you're truly concerned about your health, maybe you're being separated from loved ones, you've been laid off from work, maybe you're really worried about losing your business or being able to pay your rent. All of these different emotions that we're feeling right now, they can be really hard to process and really hard to sit with. And yes, there will definitely be times where all we want to do is sit and watch Netflix and drink wine and eat chocolate. But my hope for myself and for all of you is that we're not spending so much time shutting down or numbing out that we are actually missing the experience. Because it isn't possible to go through life without experiencing heartache. It's just part of the human experience. And the thing is that these moments can also be our greatest teachers. And I know this to be true in my bones because the most painful experience of my life, watching my mom battle a debilitating illness and losing her when I was 14, the most painful experience of my life also gave me the greatest gift. It's not what I would ever have chosen, but it gave me the greatest gift. And that is truly learning to be grateful for each day and using each day to live fully and to love deeply. And in the same way, none of us would have chosen this experience right now, but it is our current reality. And so if we can be fully awake and fully alive to what it means to be a human being going through this experience right now, then we're going to be able to learn some really important and valuable lessons from this experience. So let's fully experience what it means to be alive and human at this moment in time. And let's fully show up to learn the lessons that this moment is here to teach us. The last thing I wanted to share today is how I am learning to see people more fully. I think all of us can acknowledge that a gift we're experiencing right now is the opportunity to really slow things down. You know, we're not so busy with packed full schedules, running here and there and trying to tackle everything on our to-do list in quite the same way that we always have. And so, you know, that brings with it the gift of being able to be more fully present to the people in our lives. And I think it's a beautiful time to be able to get really curious about the people around us. I think, you know, when it's the people closest to you, when it's your family or your closest friends, we sort of assume that we know everything there is to know about them. And somehow we stop seeing them fully. And so what I'm really working on is you know, being more present and being open to seeing the people around me in a new and more more deep and meaningful way. I think that there are many times that I was so in my head with my to-do list, balancing work and the kids' school and activities and running a household, et cetera, that I didn't even see my kids fully, even when they were right in front of me. And I've really seen and learned some new wonderful things about both my kids over the last couple of weeks. Our daughter Summer, she's extremely creative, and I've always known this, but over the last couple of weeks, I've been amazed about the ideas and projects that she's put into play around the home. She's even done things like making theme nights for dinner full of music and decorations to really bring some fun and some interest to all of our dinners at home. And our son Caleb, he has an amazing quick wit and sense of humor that I've really come to appreciate on a whole new level. There have been moments where I'm frustrated or feeling anxious, and his sense of humor has really lifted my spirits. And even my husband, so we have been together 21 years. We've been married for almost 19. And you kind of think by that time that you really know everything there is to know about somebody. But we've had some really vulnerable moments over the last couple of weeks. And what I'm learning is to really see him more fully again. So this is just a moment to encourage you to really spend the time connecting and fully seeing the people around you. Ask questions, get curious, and then really listen to the answers. I know for some of you that live alone, this might be more challenging, but see if you can use this time to use some technology like FaceTime or Zoom and connect with your loved ones and friends. And you spend that time just getting curious. And something else I've actually noticed when I've been out going for a run or walking the dog or getting groceries is this really interesting way that we seem to be interacting with each other out in the world. I find that people are turning their backs on each other, looking down, looking away, almost trying to become invisible, even when we're at a safe physical or social distance. And I just want to encourage people that the moments we have to engage out in the world are very rare these days. Let's really try to still make eye contact, give a smile, a nod, a wave, because human connection is still a really essential part of who we all are. So those are my 3 lessons that I have been working on, that I've been learning, and I hope there's something in there that really resonates with you today. Please remember to use our comments. We love when you engage with us. We love reading your comments. So I ask you, if there's a lesson that you've been learning through this crisis that's been really important and meaningful in your life, please share it in the comments below, and let's engage together as a community, and we will get through this together. Okay, so I promised the announcement of our draw winner before we go today, and Dr. Bartlett's son Cruz drew the name out of a hat, so I'm happy to announce that our $100 Thrifties gift card goes to Diana Black. Yay, Diana! So Diana, we will be in touch to let you know how you can get your gift card. And then I just want to remind you that we will be back on Wednesday at 10:30 for our next Facebook Live, and that will be with Dr. Morton and NutriFit. So happy Mindfit Monday, everybody. Take great care, and I really look forward to seeing you soon, and let's stay connected.